Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. And today, I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna go ahead and have some more good times with Tokyo Re-Invoke. So let's go ahead and get to it. Because we actually had a lot of updates this like war come around, but not in the ways that I expected. So what we're gonna do today is just kind of talk about things, talk about the new styles of dispatches, and kind of what I'm thinking about in terms of the new updates and what they've been doing. So let's just pop into this. Before we even do anything though, I'm going to claim my dispatches because I've been waiting all night for this, and they changed the dispatches in a very strange way, in the fact that every single dispatch now, every ward requires not 5 characters, but 20 now. And so trying to get all 19 wards, you would need to get like almost, I guess, 180 dispatches in total to actually be able to do it properly. So I have it here. I've done C, B, A, and all except for 2 of the S's, and we'll see how things end up going. I did max them out with my gold, so luckily that's the kind of the case. We need to use a hell of a lot more gold now to actually try and get this done, but we didn't really get too much luck here. We didn't get any drops either here. Did I at least get some of the like fun quests? Wow, that's actually really lame. I waited 7 hours for those S-rank dispatches to come back, and I didn't really get anything I want to grind particularly. I can do the Psycho to max her out, but like, meh. At least I got, was that 3 million points off of that? Oh geez, 1 sec, was that 3 million? Am I up to 6 million now? Yeah, okay, cool. 1 dispatch just gave me 3 million straight. That's cool. But basically what it is now is every ward has its own ranking and difficulty, and every ward has its own set of time that it takes to actually get done. So for example, an S-rank ward now, if I go ahead and use like, we'll do our best characters, you can see it says 7 hours and 46 minutes. So every S-rank is going to take 7 hours to try and get back, which kinda hurts. What I will do though here is just go ahead and honestly, let me check something real quick. So I kind of want to get rid of some of these C ranks here and try and just do the S ranks that are down here with those as well, just to try and get out of the way. I want to try and do as many as possible, and S ranks are kind of the more important ones. C ranks are if you want to try to get more levels to grind in the early parts of it, but it does cost 7 million gold to actually do this. Now, I don't know if gold goes above the cap, but as far as I remember, it seems to, because my actual gold doesn't go down whenever I do this. So I don't know how much gold I actually have at this point. I don't know if I have like 700 million. But we'll see as the war goes onwards, I suppose. And that is kind of how this war and dispatching is going to end up going. But before we go and grind anything for today, let's talk about the actual different things they've added as well to this and kind of talk about that. Dispatches, I don't know if I'm happy about how they changed it, because new players... What new player has 20 dispatches for every one of the C-rank wards to actually get that done? Very few. Even me, like I can't, with my current box, do all 19 of them. And that's kind of rough. I try to max out a lot of characters today, so it's very strange. But we will go ahead and talk about these and the kind of updates and what we've gotten. So we had the proper release of Conflict as well, and we do have a new shop based on Conflict, which actually is a really good shop for its currency. So we'll talk about that in a bit, because I probably have to just go into that and go and talk about it. But let's just pop into, I guess, this war and talk about things. So this is war number 20. Typically, what we've been getting is every 5 wars we'll get a playable. I believe the first one was the Re-War Toka, which was like the AP booster, the green one with the sign. The 10th one, I believe, was the Motto Punch, just general excited Akira. And the third one at number 15 was Kanai, a really big important force. So my expectation for this was war number 20 was going to be something big. However, it's only a 2-week war, and the actual benefit that you get off of it is just another dispatch character here. He is a really good one, granted. He has 5% success rate, he has 15% info, 1.6 times points, and 8 minutes down. The reason why he's good is because thanks to the new process, thanks to the fact that you need a lot of other characters to try and actually get this done, you're going to want to keep as many copies of this Kaneki as possible, because that 5% success rate for the ward you're putting him in is going to be really helpful for S rank stuff especially. It'll save you a lot of gold going forward at least, so because they changed the dispatches, I actually don't mind picking up like 5 copies of him during this war. And with the points and how they are, it seems like it's not going to be too hard to try and get that done anyway. So I'm happy with that. He's quite alright. Honestly, he could be better, and that's just how it goes a lot of the time. But I'll take it for right now, and I wish he was playable, because I'd be down for this like suit Kaneki to be playable, but just how it ends up going. We also have some quests here. You can grind up the freshly picked Pineapple Man. I think he's just a dispatch though, so he has a minus 30% gold, what do you call it, unique ability, which might be nice for newer accounts if you're trying to start out for the first time, but it's rougher. Plus 5% success rate, plus 15% info, plus 10% success rate, and minus 5 minutes, meaning he is going to be good for trying to get those S rank wards actually done. So I'm probably going to max out at least one of him during this war, just because he actually does seem pretty relevant if I ever get his quest. So we will see. We also have the Psycho returning, and we have the Mutsuki returning, and we have the old reruns of the Toka and the Tara playables. I have Tara already maxed out, and I'm going to try to get the actual Toka done during this war, so we'll see how things end up going. And yeah, so the war will be running from the 16th to the 30th, so it is only 2 weeks. Playable lists and all of that is kind of unfortunate, but I do realize that instead of having a playable during this season, they seem to be trying to give out more updates and trying to change things up to actually make it more relevant, so I don't mind it too much. We did get a rerun of the versus level with the Tsukiyama here. He's alright. He's easy to grind, honestly. Especially because they brought around the banners of the Anniversary Kaneki and Anniversary Arima over again, and the Takizawa just dropped. So all 3 of the characters are currently boosted. On auto, that team will just instantly destroy that Tsukiyama no matter what you end up running. So it's not a huge deal. We also have the new playable Tsukiyama. He's alright. He's another one of these premiums. He has a 2x killer to bleeding enemies, I believe. Plus 400 HP, 500 defense, boosted turns, plus 5 to bleeding, and 10% heal. So he could be alright. I'm kind of disappointed that his actual character doesn't have these ladies beside him. I honestly think that I would be really happy if they tried to add units that had a little bit more to him, but unfortunately, he's just kind of basic here. I do think that the actual Kagure looks a lot better than the one for the other Tsukiyama, though. Like, honestly, the bright, glowy blue looks a hell of a lot better than the very gray, washed-out purple that the Fest Tsukiyama has. Granted, that's just how it goes when you're trying to emulate the whole art style, but, you know. Apparently, this banner's also been going on until the 27th of August? That's weird. That's a very long banner. Okay, good to know. And hey, he'll be in future tickets, I believe, so that'll be cool. We have 1 free multi per day as well for this actual update. That's cool. Didn't get anything today off of it, but it works out. And finally, we have a new dispatch here in the Beach Rize, of which, I'm telling you, someone at the Reinvoke office is like really, really into feet. Like, they put a ridiculous amount of effort into this, and it super weirds me out. But this Rize, looking pretty good. She's down by the ocean. She's having a good time. She kind of looks like someone like dripped ink onto the beach and just kind of silhouetted that only the small part around her, which is cool. She has a 30% rare drop increase for her unique ability, plus 20% info, 1.9 times points, minus 10 minutes, and 20% success rate. She seems to be made for the new dispatch system that they now have it. If you put her into an S rank quest, she'll give you more points, she'll give you the success rate, and you'll get the info so you can actually get quests to grind, because that actually does seem to be a really big part of what we need right now. So she is relevant in general. I believe that's also a 20% drop increase, which is quite nice. I believe that the little... see, Japanese, but the backwards J means the drop rate, luckily. So that ain't too bad. She's relevant if you end up wanting to get her for the war as well. But that's how it ends up going, and I do think that's about it for what we need to cover for today. Oh yeah, we also have this new Tsukiyama thing. I honestly don't understand how the currency is going to end up working for it. I don't know if we're getting it via the dailies, like logging in each day and just getting different versions of his like medals, but there's currently a TSUKIYAMAS shop that's available where either you have to grind a quest or you have to actually go and log in and get his stuff, but you can get one of these 4 dispatches here in the store itself. I haven't actually gotten any of the quests here for TSUKIYAMA, so I don't know if it's like, I don't believe it's anything that you can just check on the map here. So I think I have to wait until I end up getting him at some point during the actual war, because here, it's like an exchange type of event here, where you can exchange these Kaneki cloths he puts over his face to get the dispatch where he's sniffing himself. Very just he's having a good time. The big Fortissimo. We have the white shirt where he's actually like screaming and all spitty. And we have the inverted version from the actual war, which, by the way, live action movie 2 coming out soon. Looking forward to that. And the hot model version of him. So I'm hoping I actually get his quest. I don't know how it works entirely. I haven't had much luck with my dispatches during this war, honestly, so I'm just kind of trying to go at what I get. But I'll take it. We also have some changes to Conflict we'll end up talking about in a second as well. We actually do have a new shop here, which does give really, really good benefits. Because not only are there stimulants for 100, which honestly isn't that worth it, for if you only use 10 of the currency, you can exchange for 50 whole Haka on this actual like shop. So I've exchanged for 12 of the actual Haka here, and I'm trying to get all 50 during this actual war, because I really, really need as much as possible for the future banners coming up, because I do think that Totara Kikuchi is coming up soon. Yeah. This shop is good, and you can get one dispatch, or one SSR and one SSR playable and one SSR dispatch character here off of the actual coins. So I'll probably try and grab those as well during the actual war. But for now, let's go run into just a quest, do something real quick, and then try out a conflict afterwards. The Psycho's cool. What else do I have? Tatara's alright. Mutsuki's okay. I already maxed out Mutsuki though. That's okay. And that's just a random ward. I wish I could get better stuff, but honestly, because it takes so long now, I just don't even want to try and pursue info dispatches. Here, we'll just do our generic team here. Generic team. All our boosted units just instantly one-shot these. It's pretty easy. Alright. Oh, this is fun. This is a good time. Alrighty, so I'm actually going to awaken with all my characters here just because I want to have a cool squad. And we'll just get through this real quick. Because honestly, these typically aren't that bad. Just because it just kind of flies by. Like that. Honestly, to this day, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I really don't like dispatching. Or, not dispatching, conflicts. I really don't like conflicts in general and how they end up operating. And I don't know if it's going to improve in the future or what's happening with it, but I really don't even want to grind during this war to try and get that done. For now, though, let's go ahead and break the Psycho real quick with a small attack. Pow. Oh wow, actually doesn't do any break damage at all. My entire team right now won't actually do much break. Oopsie. I'm probably going to try to get Arima's charge here, just because he's the easy one-shot boy. If I want to get an overkill especially... Okay, well, never mind. We're good. I already got the overkill anyway in the past, so it's not a huge deal. But we'll take it. I just wish these were harder, man. I wish I could actually, play these and... if they added an S rank to these where it's actually hard and you have to try and do it, but you get, guaranteed drops on every single one of the quests, I'd love that. Just because it takes so long to actually grind the A ranks out. The materials they drop is maybe, 3 to 5 per run, and you need to get 55 for the tier 3, so even that is, a ridiculous amount of grinding itself. So, geez. Right now, though, what we will do is pop into conflict real quick. I do have a team already ready. I want to, I really want to replace the Psycho I have in my team here with someone else, but I don't know who I would want to add to the team or who would be good for trying to swap this up. I currently have a typing of every single type inside my actual tree, but I don't know what other character would be relevant. My difficulty is I don't run into a lot of blues these days, aside from that actual exclusive version of Uta. So we'll try this for now and see if we get lucky with our actual fight we do here. This is basically the team I've been running for these, and I have like a success rate of 80% or so. It's not great, but it works out for right now. Honestly, I just really don't like playing these. It's just because you don't control anything about it. I think that's my biggest pet peeve about it. Like, you don't get to actually do anything when some random, like, Shinohara Arata goes around the left side and just goes and hits your main character. And you're basically just dead. And you have no choice around it. So is this just a tutorial for conflict here? That's kind of weird. That was a bot, I think. But I guess that's how that works out. Not what I was looking for, though. I'm already at S rate. Why would you give me a tutorial? Well, I guess I'll pop another one here. It's just because you have no control aside from swiping up on your actual, like, leader, it doesn't feel like I'm playing anything substantial or worthwhile. But I have 40 attempts during this war to do, so I guess I'll try and get to it. And we'll just go ahead and use this for now. Enemy team does have the actual exclusive Uta up there. So I'm probably gonna end up doing is I want to put Takizawa in the middle to be able to go and fight that Fess Amon here. I'm going to actually use this formation to give him a bit of an increase to his defense and his actual movement speed. And I want the Psycho to go and take down the Uta up there. Hopefully he tries to go in faster, and we'll just see how this ends up going as time goes on. I'm actually gonna move my I'm gonna keep my Arima backwards, actually. I trust that more. So we'll see how this ends up going. Quickly, boys, butt your head against the enemies. Go and get those kills. Psycho's actually losing to the Uta right now, honestly. At least they have a longer charge, so we'll be able to actually get some good work in with our defense increases. Attack up is gonna be rough, though. Yeah, no! Fuck! That definitely is not too kind. I actually might want to just use him as my leader, honestly. That momentum really goes well. Granted, I still won because RNG. If those actual characters would have went down and attacked my leader, I would have died instantly. So, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of, like, I feel like I should have lost this one. I feel like I should have won this one. Just, it hurts me. I wish I could do anything. But that is conflict for during the season as well. And honestly, the currency they give you, you get like 10 off of each of the different attempts from what I've been seeing, or like at least a good amount of them. So if I go into the shop now, how much do I have to exchange here? Not that shop. Not that shop either. Let's go. Yeah, okay, I only got 1 off of that. So it is a smaller grind. For some reason, I thought I saw 10, but I got 1 currency off of those attempts. So it is going to be a slight grind to try and get things up, but I'm probably going to try it for this season. I want the points anyway, and because dispatches are so slow, I'm probably just going to wait for... I'm going to wait for dispatches and try and do conflict as my main point grind type of thing for this war. But honestly, I like the changes they've made to dispatching, honestly. I feel like it could be good for late game stuff, but there's still something missing. And I feel like if I was a new player who just started and didn't have any dispatches, I'd hate it. So I can't say I'm happy for the sake of the other players that I don't know, you know? But I like this update in general, and I'm hoping this is actually a step in the direction of actually getting stuff new during this next couple of seasons. So we'll see how things end up going from here on out, and how the world will end up moving on. Right now, though, thank you for watching this episode of Tokyo Ghoul Invoke. I will be coming back soon. I want to get to 100 million. I'm hoping tomorrow I get a good green clown. I want to try to actually fight that and try and use a team of more premiums and then Takizawa. But we'll see for right now. Either way, thank you for watching. If I do get TSUKIYAMA level, I'm going to record it today. So I'll see you guys then if I do. And take it easy for right now. Bye, everybody.